la 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 la. Doo-doo-doo. Ah! Dang it! I used to be able to get that. Come on. I used to be able to get that note. Hang on. Oh, I have to get some more coffee. I got my comorbidity creamer, so today I'm gonna be an addict. I didn't sleep at all last night. Well, that's a little bit of a lie. It's funny how we lie so much, but I say that way too much. Um, now what happened last night? Well, I got to sleep. I got in late, real late. I try not to get in late because ain't nothing around here, and you can't see a damn thing when it's late. I apologize. I'm going to show you all my desktop. I'm not sure if that's going to work today because of updates being forced on my Rockefeller laptop device. So we'll see if that works out. Anytime you come up with something new and fun, they always got to screw it up with an update. But no, I got in late. When I get in late, it's a little rough, because then I got to and check out the surrounding area to make sure nothing got within the fence line. And that's always fun at nighttime because you got these little things on the ground called rattlesnakes. They like to try to kiss you. So, but it's a good thing because I'm scaring them all away. So in the near future, when smaller people, little humans called children, when they come around, there won't be any rattlesnakes around. It's kind of my lot in life at the moment. Make sure that what I'm building is safe. But so I was tired. Took me a little while to do all of that. I was getting in late because I had to make a run into El Paso, and I had to get me some 6010. I got some welding I had to do today. They didn't have 6010. I had to get 6011. So for those of y'all who know how to weld, and that person is not me. It's just I'm having fun doing whatever the hell it's not welding. It might be like wellish, not even a D. I don't think I get a D. Wellish. So I had to get that late, so I was late getting back. And then I finally started drifting off for a few hours. I smelled great too. One of our friends here sent some new soap. It was that smelled delicious. I smelled minty and coconutty and all of that great stuff. So I started to sleep well, and then it started raining. I lost power because I wasn't here. Usually when I'm not here, I lose power in the night, and I can't figure out why. I suspect it's because I make too much power during the day and there's not enough power at nighttime, but during the daytime, the charge controller goes into like an overage condition and it goes to float, which means it's not charging. And if I'm here, I'm using things and doesn't go into that condition. So anyway, long story short, I'm not going to bore you with the geek out. I didn't sleep last night. It started raining again. Oh, it's the most rainiest desert. It doesn't stop. But I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I know it's gonna get hot. And I ain't stupid. I know it's gonna get hot and it's gonna be dry. We get into the dry season. But all that pitter patter, just raining. And of course, just me being a little psychopath I am, I had to get up and go check out the rainwater recovery. So I'm at nighttime, locked and loaded, running around the camp in the middle of the night. You can't see nothing on the ground. Raindrop, because usually at nighttime you can kind of see something moving on the ground. Usually it's beetles and stuff. It's not rattlesnakes or anything. But I couldn't see a damn thing because the pitter patter of the rain. I'm running around checking plastic, making sure the rainwater is being recovered and all that great stuff. But so I didn't sleep and I got back to bed and then I didn't sleep. So I'm a little groggy this morning. But even when you're groggy, people, you got to be happy. It's a beautiful world, beautiful life. I have to show you this post the sister made a little while ago. If this damn update will finish before we finish hollering at each other. Good morning, Diane McCarthy, Free Healy. But in the meantime, I'm gonna do a bunch of comments, and we'll go from there. What's going on, Adam Dingle? I don't know what that is, but y'all should click on it. I trust Brother Adam. Brother Adam is always bringing the funk. He's not gonna say things that you like, but he brings the funk. So if you don't follow Adam, you should follow Brother Adam. We call him Dingleberry round the way. And I hope that's not because anything dingling in the berry. Because why in the hell would somebody call that a dingleberry anyway? Where did that even come from? Adam, did your family start that? That's crazy. Ain't nothing. Berries are delicious and nutritious, and they got compounds that help fight the comorbidities, according to Dr. Kreger and nutritionfacts.org. And ain't nothing up that glory hole fighting anything. All of that stuff got to get out. Get out now. Don't. In fact, that commercial keeps popping up on YouTube that the average American is walking around with over, what is it, like 14 pounds of toxic poo in them. Y'all need to go take a poop right now. Right, go. If you are not listening to me on the toilet, something wrong. Go now. Every morning you're supposed to get up and do your, unless you're driving a car. Because if you drive in a car, don't do that right now. Don't do that. Hang on. I almost died yesterday too, because it was late and I was coming back. And you know, I was thinking about the welding I do tomorrow. I'm thinking about how dark it is. I don't like coming in after dark. The predators out doing their thing, waiting for Brown Man to get in so they can get a munch. And a tractor trailer jumped up in my lane. I'm gonna tell y'all, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I don't lie to y'all. I tell you the truth. I drive like your grandma. I'm gonna tell you, anybody that rode with me knows, yeah, I rode with Gerard. Yeah. He made that post about, what was the last time you did 120 in the car? I did 120. That was in my Nissan 300ZX 1986. But yeah, I'm still 29. I'm heading to the beach. Brother and I was racing. He had the Supra. And anyway, long story. We had women to impress and babies to make. And we impressed those women and made those babies. So there, okay? So we had 120, but I don't do that no more. I'm grandma. I'm not even grandma. I'm like grandma who didn't take her medication yet. Like, I get in the car, people come with me now. Like, we won't get there. But you're going to sit back and wait. Y'all done had too many cars fall out from underneath me. Ain't no way in hell I'm driving fast no more. But yesterday, I found out why they made that song. That song to go, last night the DJ saved my life. Last night the V8 saved my life. I didn't tested the V8 last night. I was driving, almost died. I almost wouldn't be here this morning. Tractor trailer jumped in my lane out there on man, I just put the pedal all the way to almost the metal. I don't think I even touched the metal because it scared me. I see this big thing coming over with pipes and everything, tons and tons of like death, kill Brown Man stuff. You know, I was about to be a pile of goo. I'd be G for another reason. I'd be goo, not because I'm Gerard, because I'm goo on the highway. My foot went down. All I know is my head, the seat was right here. Remember when y'all was little and you got in the first fast car, not your mama car, with the station wagon with the wood on the side, but the real, like, you know, you get in your friend's big brother car or something. My friend's name was Chris. His big brother name was Teddy. Get in the car, he always had this Camaro. You get in this car, you never knew if it was the back of your head or the side of your head, you was gonna get beat up, you know, because he hit the gas, bam, you hit the back of that seat. You glad they have cushioning, but the seats back then weren't as cushioned as they are now. And then he hit the turns because he would hug the curve. He put on that Iron Maiden. He put on some Metallica. So he hit the curve. And the rim had to be within a few inches of the curb. And we're going like 80 miles an hour in a public residential district area. And then your head hit the face planted in the side of the glass. So he'd like that. Anyway. And I forget, y'all can't really see me because it stopped framing. I got to upgrade to the Elon Musk thing. So yeah, anyway, I hit the gas, and the next you know, my head hit my whole body, the G-force just pushed me in the back. That V8 jumped up like, that thing made noises and stuff, dragging, wings came out, fire came out the bottom, and that thing just started flapping. My God, that truck is fast. I love that truck. Oh, my Lord. That scared the hell out of me. But last night, the V8 saved my life. If it weren't for that, I'd be a pile of goo underneath the tractor trailer this morning. Anyway, look at this. And in Texas, boy, that you don't ever want to be that. Because if you anywhere close to me, y'all know it's a spot out there. Tractor trailer crashed like 6 months ago? They didn't clean it up yet. It's just stinking and funky. I think they was probably carrying Rockefeller food. It probably had some of the comorbidities that people eat, just rotting on the side of the highway. Texas, they ain't clean nothing up. They're like, we got hogs. They won't eat it. Might be some runaway people in the back of that truck just rotting and falling apart. Anyway, so look at this. The update finished. Update your plugins. Ooh, let's try to update the plugins. Maybe I will be able to show you my desktop. That'll be nice. Good morning, Jade Evans. How you doing this morning? I got my comorbidity stuff yet. Not that. Well, I got my comorbidity coffee, which is why I don't blame nobody if I die of the flu, because I eat and I drink and I live how I want to. If you ain't making the world that you want to live in, if you ain't jumping out of bed in the morning, you need to figure something out because you're just waiting to die. You got to build the world that you want to live in. That was a sister's post from earlier. You got to build the world you want to live in. If you ain't jumping out of bed, damn it, I can't really get because I was groggy this morning. Why is the scam calling me? Oh, man. California, damn it. Y'all, no, I ain't answering no calls from California right now. Y'all got too much bad stuff going on. I'm scared to death of the California government. They done lost their damn mind. But that's not new. They didn't have a mind about 20 years ago. So, I have no idea why y'all would want to live in California. I don't. I mean, I get the weather. I get that. And the women. I get that too. And I guess that goes for the men too, because everybody like this mocha shade. Like nobody's like too white and too black. Everybody's in this middle shade, like perfect skin. Everybody got the perfect nose. And if you're not, you got a doctor's going perfect up your nose. They're all tan, and it's pretty. It's funny. I got family in California. I go see them every now and then. I'm like, oh, y'all just so perfect. Oh my God, there's like no flaws. They all, we got all kind of bumps and scratches. We're too light. We're too dark. We're this, whatever. In California, they don't play with that. You got to come. You got to come correct. And if not, you need to go see a doctor. They correct you. Anyway, what was I talking about? Dan in California. Yeah, I don't do no California call. What was I talking about before they called me? Oh, look, the update might be done. Hold on. Because I do want to show y'all my desktop. Do I want to update all? All right, let's do that. Let's update all. Why not? Listen, if you're ever forced to do an update, just do it, Eric. Just go on. Just let them have it. Just update the laptop, phone, whatever whatever needs updated, all your systems and drivers and all that. Just go on and let it update. Because when you're behind, odds are when you take the first update, it ain't gonna work anyway. It's gonna cause problems. So get everything up to date on par. And this is that old IT side of me. Is that when we write the latest software, we write it for the latest drivers. And make sure you get everything updated. So if you're gonna run that risk, you already press that update button that means that your morning will not go the way you planned it. Then go ahead and just let it update everything. Look, all right, everything's updated. We're gonna go ahead and restart. Now get a good restart in. It's like a good poop in the morning. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, you got to get your poop in. They say the average American walking around with 10 to 15 pounds of toxic poo just rotting, decaying in your system. Don't want that. Get rid of that stuff. You're going to have a bad day. You have a bad life. You don't get rid of that. But, oh, no, what I was talking about. Yeah, so the sister's post. I think I shared it. It said something to the effect, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because I got the memory of a goldfish. It had about 30 seconds, I got it on lock. 31 seconds, who knows where it goes. It's a compartment back here, and it just go back there. Build the world that you want to live in, right? Build the life that you want to jump out of bed in the morning and get started. I'm groggy as all hell. I must have slept maybe 3 hours last night. But I can't wait. I'm going to play in the mud today. My cut, if you can see it, I shouldn't even show you. It looked like it's healed up so I can get out there in the mud and bacteria and juice and make this cob. I can't wait to get up. So as soon as the sun comes up, whether I'm tired or not, I got to get out of bed. I got things to do and the things I want to do. You hear what I'm saying? If you don't jump out of bed in the morning, you're not living. You're just waiting to die. That's no way to live, people. Deep post. I hope I shared the sister's post. I have to go back and double check. Looks like the update might be done. I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna work though, because that's but so dig it, right? You have to build a life that's living, that's livable. If you don't get up and jump out of bed in the morning to go jump into your life, because you're tired of living the fantasy dream life for a few hours. You're tired of the darkness. You can't wait to what's the point of living if you don't want to do that? Think about that. That could be one live stream all by itself. If you aren't happy with your life, you got changes to make, baby. You got changes to make. You got people to delete, somebody to block, somebody put your foot in their butthole. No, don't do that, because the average American walks around with 10 to 15 pounds of toxic comorbidity subsidized poo in them. You don't want that on your shoe. You don't want anything that Congress subsidizes on your shoe. It'll just break down all them China plastic and rubbers, and just the whole shoe would melt and fall apart. Your foot wouldn't be no good. Uh, all right. I don't know. I'm groggy as heck. I shouldn't be laughing. I'm tired, but I love life. I don't have a perfect life. I don't have everything I want. I'm sitting here in the screen porch. I can't show you because I've got Visisat and they don't like upload speed. That's why I'm stop framing. If you see me, I guess I'm stop framing, or it's just like a picture every few seconds. Otherwise, I'd show you. You know, uh, I love it. Right? There aren't many flies around now. Why? Because 80% of it's done. Screened up. The flies aren't coming in. This fly apocalypse we're in, I'm doing pretty good. But I got to put a roof on it. I got to stop them from coming in the top and things like that. Don't have tons of resources I can put into this. This is not in the budget. This was just something that, unforeseen things happen. And no one knew the fly apocalypse was coming, but it came. So I got to deal with it. So I may not be able to put the roof on. You don't need to have all of the things that you want to be happy. You just got to have enough of the ones to make you want to jump out of bed. Jump out of bed in the morning. Think about what you love to do and go do that. And if you're not allowed to do that, build a world where you can do that. And that actually leads me to another great post. The guy on the high wire, not Tree Bigdale, the one that tells you the truthful, censored science that you will never get on television or social media. So you'll run around, act stupid, and try to control other people instead of your own damn diet and what you buy in the grocery store and put in your body. The guy on the high wire. All right, let me see if I don't want to tell you about it. Some things you have to see where it doesn't make any sense. Oh, it looks like this thing might actually work. Yes. So in terms of the fever tree, I got mine yesterday. I was all happy. Did y'all understand that post from yesterday? I got my seeds. Chacona. Yeah, baby. We planted Chacona seeds, the bark that began the thing that should have stopped the collapse of 2019. Was it 2019 or 2020 where the ignorant people decided it was a good idea to get the billionaires there, jump out of bed, dream? Which is funny and sick to me. Like, you see how that fits together? It's weird. But the 1% have always had a life where they can't wait to get out of bed in the morning. Hell yeah, I can't wait to get out of bed. And their kids too, they jump out of bed dancing. Why? Because Samson gonna go work for them for free. Christine gonna go work for them for free. Deborah, Sita, and Kim Holland, they all gonna go work for them for free because they print the money. They print the money. They're friend. Y'all run the bank. We run the IT corporations. They run the pharmaceutical. We got a slave world. They all get up in the morning and drink coffee to go work for us. They jump out of bed in the morning dancing. Yay, daddy! They got the world they want. They love the world they want. They built the world that makes them want to jump out of bed. And now, the 0.01%, the few of the few, are building a new medical police state globally because they want to jump out of bed in the morning too, and put the 1% in the category that they work for. And that really is what's going on. Is they're trying to take the world we built with them. And if you're supporting that, you need to have your head examined. All right. That's what that passport is about. It's about them turning the world globally into a medical slave planet police state where you can't do, because it only started with medical. It's going to go farther beyond that. If you don't have the things that they want, you haven't bought their products, you haven't experimented on yourself, you don't work for one of the preferred corporations, you don't post the things that go along with the lying news because the advertisements tell them what they can and can't say, then they make sure that you don't have a passport to engage in society that you built. All right, I think I'm almost ready to go here. Let me try to remove this, create a new source here. This actually might work today. It would be nice if things work for once. I'm gonna greet some other folks and say, hey, look at that, Riley in the house in the morning. My seeded watermelon is growing. Oh, that's good to hear, sis. Mine ain't doing too great. My watermelon she's having some tough time. But I took the first melon off, and that's like a philosophy of gardening. Some people follow a methodology is to always take the first fruit I didn't take the first fruit because it takes too much energy. That's what the plant wants to do in terms of plant whispering. It wants to make the first fruit get some seed. So in case it doesn't make it, there'll be a next generation. It needs to prefer the next generation. It sacrifices itself. If it doesn't have enough rainwater, it doesn't have enough nutrients and minerals. If a javelina comes around and eats it, but it makes that first fruit to make sure the next generation will make it. We used to be the watermelon plant. We used to be that smart. We used to put our children before us. We used to say things like, I would do anything for my children. Now we say things like, don't you come near me unless you got your face diaper on. Unless you let the billionaires abuse you and muzzle you, don't you come around me. You can't go around mommy or daddy. You can't go around auntie or uncle. You can't go around grandma because you're going to get them sick instead of being honest and truthful. Grandma need to stop eating all that damn ice cream at night. So, honey, why don't you do this? I'm not going to make you wear a muzzle, baby. But, grandmama got to get her act together. We're going to tell grandmama stop eating potato chips and popcorn all damn night so her immune system will work so she can play with her grandbabies. All right. We're going to tell uncle he going to have to stop smoking so many of them damn cigarettes so he has an immune system. But we ain't going to let the 0.01% who just wants to sell products to people treat you like you're a dog. Because that's really what's going on. The only one that's supposed to be treating the next generation like they're dogs is the 1% because it's not their children. It's your children. They don't give two damns about your children. As long as they grow up to be enough of them to be good slaves in these corporate plantations, they're good to go. They love treating your children like a dog. But it's the first time in human history, in my understanding of history, that the parents, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, nieces, and nephews will treat the next generation like it's a dog, less than a dog, and muzzle it instead of dealing with their own problems. Riley, Riz, Scully, whatever profile you go by today, at some point in time, we need to go back to being smart as a plant instead of dumb as a brick. Have a little more love in our hearts for the next generation instead of ignorance for our own little willfully ignorant lifestyles and diets. All right, that was a little tough, but let me see. I think this might work. If I go here, click on this, I might be able to show you my desktop. Anyway, good morning. You know what? Grow everything, Riley. Grow everything. I'm excited. I got my Chacona tree. Y'all know what the Chacona is. That makes the quinine compounds. They've been using that for 5,000 years. It did not stop when Donald Trump told people about some things they synthesized from it to try to mimic it, in which they didn't do a great job because there is no great job synthesizing something naturally in nature. That's why they have side effects. But they did a good enough job that people wouldn't die if you got the Zelenka protocol. Hello. He was right about that. And I know y'all don't like it. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. Donald Trump was right. You were wrong. Period. Now, he was wrong about the synthetic side of it. If you can get the seeds, get the seed. Go back to the natural source. But he knew enough smart people, and he told you it was a hoax. And that's what I mean. It's a hoax. When it's a hoax, it's not because people aren't dying. It's because people have been made so ignorant, they're blaming other people for the illness, not their little ignorant diets and their lack of understanding of what came from Africa. What they discovered that in the 1600s? In the 1600s, we knew how to stop people from dying from these things. All right? You'd be a fool to go out there and take an experimental shot in your body for something that is 99.9% survivable and actually has treatment if you go to a doctor who actually knows what they're doing. A healer. All right? Because all doctors aren't healers, but all healers are doctors. Think about that. I'm not sure if that fits, but I'm going to run with it. All right, here we go. Enter the studio. I'm going to try to show you my desktop. Turn the volume off. I learned how to do that from you. Hey, good morning, Santa. How you doing this morning? It's when the poo-poo sticks to your barrel pad. What is that? I don't know what that is, Riley. That's nasty. The Barillo pad? What is that like the cushioning? No, I don't. That's too TMI for me. I'm fine with poo, but I don't want to know the details of what's down that dark space. I'm having a bright morning, and the sun is not coming up yet. They said we got flash floods warning till 6 a.m. tomorrow, so I probably won't even sleep again tonight. This funny little desert. All right, there we go. Gerard's desktop is in the thingy. So I should be able to add Gerard's desktop to the thingy. Mute the mic. And I might seem like I know what I'm doing. Look at that. They got my desktop. All right. It's not set up right because I have to go over here. All right. We'll go through and see if there's anything interesting people talking about this morning. Although I should probably read your profile. I'm going to read the comments first. What is it? What Gerard say? Oh, no. Gerard didn't do it. Sister Lisa Roach. I haven't seen Lisa Roach in a minute. Where's she been? Children should be taught how to think, not what to think. Ooh, Lisa Roach. Oh my God, did you just not just come back and did she not just come back and confirm what I said now 5 minutes ago? Hang on, let me make myself small because I think I'm stop framing. Ain't no reason for people even to look at me. Hold on. I think it's this one. There we go. Nope. Why am I so big? Oh, okay, because it needs to be multiple people. All right, that's fine. I'm small enough. Did she just not confirm? Imagine this. Imagine if we taught children how to think, critically think, do their own research, and form their own opinions instead of the adults just being right and telling them wearing face diapers is the right thing, instead of educating themselves, actually reading about the comorbidities and going back to grandma and say, Grandma, I'm putting this on because I don't want you to beat my tail, Grandma. Because grandma, oh, she'll take it out. She get that belt, that switch. My grandmother had a switch. She make you go get your own weapon of mass destruction. Baby, going out there and get that switch. Go get the new growth too, not the old one. Y'all know what the switch is? And she loved me just enough. All right, but I'm gonna take the thorns off of it. But I need it nice and whippy for them butt cheeks. What if the kids actually did their research, came back to their parents or their grandparents and said, okay, we got to talk with you. We need you to sit down and we're going to explain something to you. We did some research. You know, don't beat our tails. But we want to say something and then we're going to do whatever you want. Mama, we sat down and I went to a website called thehighwire.com that always lists the research studies and the papers that never on the news that you watch. See, you watch Fox News, Mommy, and Daddy watches CNN. And I'm convinced that make y'all stupid. They only give you half of the information that the pharmaceutical industry that sells most of the advertisement because of economics. They won't actually put what's on the news that defies the sale of the products in the advertisement. So you're only getting part of the story, Mommy. Grandma's gonna die. She keep eating popcorn at night and Twinkies in for breakfast and bagels instead of going eating what great grandmama thought it was food. It doesn't matter if I wear a face diaper, which is just a control device to get you to control me, to get parents to turn against the children and neighbors to turn against their friends and each other so they can control the world. That's what I read. Because central banks run the world, Grandma. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done. But imagine that. Like, imagine. And see, the funny thing is, my kids are almost that way. They're not there, but they're almost that way. My kids will tell me in a minute. I love them to death. They're crazy as hell. Well, I got all emotional. They came down, worked at the camp, and they left, had to go back to slavery indoctrination school. And I was sad for a while because I love it. They question the hell out of me. Like, oh, hey, Pa, hey, dude, slow down. I get my middle son. You got to do some pilot holes, man. You got to do some pilot holes, you know. But teaching children to go critically think instead of just, you're right because you're the adult. Just do it because you say so. And I always wasn't that father, y'all. I used to be an a-hole of a father, right? I was like most parents now. Oh, I'm right because I'm right. No, you're not right because you're right. Damn it, you got here first. That don't make you right. That just means you got here first and the kids came later. You don't own them. They're not your property. They're little sentient creatures that need to be cultivated and do exactly what Lisa Roach just said. They need to be taught to think, not to be your slave. And that's where we get that from. Y'all know that, right? You know that you treat your child like a slave because you were treated like a slave. And it's been handed down in our culture that, oh, you do what I say because I'm massa. I'm massa. You're going to do what I say or I'm going to corporally punish you. That's slave because we all came from slavery. All right. And that's the order of the world. And that's why the government, which is a corporation, treats you the way it does. Why? Because if you don't do what we say, you won't have a passport to our world. All right. That leads me to something I want to show you. Where are we at? This is all on 1.5 cup of coffee and no sleep. Imagine that. Imagine what I'm capable of if I actually get to sleep at night. But we got work to do. Hey, Kim, how you doing this morning? Let me see. We got Deborah is in the house. Good morning. Get your coffee. Absolutely. Or your tea. Or you better yet, a smoothie, especially if you're having comorbidity issues. Get yourself a smoothie. Where's the guy's post at? Oh, it's a deep post. Oh, it was deep. It was beautiful. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Here you go right here. Here you go right here. You see the guy? Hang on. Let me move it over. Is that clear? Oh, wait a minute. I moved it over. Oh, it doesn't. It's not working how I need it to. Okay, hang on. Let's make some ships. Some changes. One moment, please, IT company. IT department, we need you to change the image so you can see precisely what is in the window. All right, we have to do it like that. That might work. Yep, it's too small, but that's what most women say. So anyway, all right, I'm sorry. It just, that's funny to me. I think the human world is hilarious. All right, make that bigger. No, that was not gonna work. Hang on, let me resize it. Let me put a little Viagra on it. All right, stop, Gerard. You make yourself laugh. You're supposed to say things people laugh with. Here you go. I can make it bigger so you can see the actual picture. There we go. That it looks like this thing might work. I wonder if I can get the little emoticons to work. We might actually be in business this morning. I might have lied to y'all. They might have actually fixed their jacked up software. And let me see. Let's see if we can get the live stream reactions. There we go. Hey, Christine, how you doing this morning? How's Belgium doing? Y'all free? I like this right here. Look at this. This is what we're going to have to do in America right here. It says, when the city of New Orleans is begging for power to be restored, but the lineman remembers being denied entry to a restaurant the night before for being unexperimented on. This is what's going to happen. That's what I'm telling you. And this is a great example of off-gridding. Why in the world would you continue to maintain and build a world that they are slowly pulling from you and you help build it? This is what I'm saying. We're going to shut it down. Y'all keep playing. There's not enough of you. I'm trying to, there's a lot of y'all that's falling to 1%, but it's not enough of you. It's not even a 1%. It's the 0.01% wet dream that make them want to jump out of bed in the morning because they got the perfect slave plantation where you have to have, babas, please, to get some bubble gum. Babas, please. We're going to burn the world down. This is a good example of off-gridding, right? That's the perfect example of off-gridding. Where somebody decides that, no, that's not how this works. I helped build this world too. And if you're trying to tell me you're slowly going to use this power to take me out of the world that I've been building for, what's that man? He's probably 50 years old. I've been building for 30 years. You're going to try to take me out of that? All the times I've risked my life, climbed up this damn pole 800 feet in the air, and which is man talk is 80 feet. And risk my life, not even being able to go to my kids' PTA meeting, not being able to go on the zoo field trip. I then gave up my life to help build this infrastructure. And now because I won't do what you want me to, you're going to kick me out of the world I helped build? Hell no. We're going to burn this mother down. Hello. I'm trying to tell you, keep playing. Y'all keep playing. Keep thinking that you're right. Keep thinking that you're right and you have the right to abuse people. We're going to burn this mother down because it ain't got nothing to do with face diapers. Ain't got nothing to do with your experiments. Y'all can have you can have twice. You can have all of that you want. But when you try to make a group of second-class citizens, and wait, let me ask y'all a question. When was the last time that an unsociety, made a group of second-class uncitizens and got away with it? You don't get away with it. You might temporarily be able to do it if the numbers are minimum. But if you got enough people, see, this is about waking up in the morning and jumping out of bed and being able to go live your own life. When you take that right away from people because they got to do what you want because you're ignorant and you don't know how to read science and you refuse to read research, they're going to burn it down. And that's what's supposed to happen. All right, hang on. All right, let's try to I'm trying to get this over here to work. That's what they're going to burn it down. Hey, y'all from Texas. Hey, you in Texas? No, I didn't know that. What part of Texas you in? Are you in free-ish Texas, or you in a liberal part of Texas that don't like freedom no more? That's what I don't know how y'all. Why y'all need to change your name if y'all really gonna be liberals? You got to stay. You got to be about liberty somewhere. Like that, your name doesn't fit no more. Just call yourself plantationists. And that's no promotion for the Republicans and the conservatives because they are right behind you. Remember, this is a corporation. These political parties do what they're paid to do. And it's just the liberal party. They jumped ahead. No, I do it massive. I shut down the world. I blow things up, and I'll do the Tuskegee experiment part 2. I do. My people will follow anything I say because they scared to death of the president. Even though they're grown enough to read law to realize who the president is hasn't mattered in a very long time. Not since President Grant. All right. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to read more and talk less. All right, I clicked that. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh no, you know what? It didn't work. It didn't work. All right, didn't work. No, I can remember the floating emoticon thing we used to do. That was fun. I say stuff like that, and all the liberals hit the angry face. Or I say that the Bible's been canon 120 times, and you quoting from it doesn't mean anything. Then if people start hitting that angry face, I actually had to tell my brother that this morning. Oh, boggles my mind. Why do people believe the stuff that they do? They just want you. They want to convince you that you're right, so you'll go out and abuse people. Y'all remember WWJD? What would Jesus do if Jesus was walking around the planet right now? Buddha, Muhammad, whoever y'all gods and teachers and gurus, whatever are, and the government swooped down and said, "You need to wear a face diaper before you go in the store." Y'all think Jesus would strap up? I'll wait for the answer. All right. Authorize. Yeah, I just authorized. And it won't let me authorize because, yeah, Facebook doesn't like me. I'm a little naughty. I probably say things I shouldn't say, but I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. Not annoyed. Not that, what was that? Little Caesar, the annoyed thing. Not that thing. I'm annoyed. Less and less am I using code words for things. I'm a grown adult. How damn stupid are we if we let a platform exist that totally prevents you from saying the things that can save people's lives, preferring an industry that is behind the number one deaths in your country for making synthetic compounds and putting them in people's bodies. Anyway, so how is your breath? It's funky. Well, it was funky this morning, Christine. It was making funky. I got up this morning. Y'all know what you're talking about. What did I have last night? I don't remember what I had last night. I don't remember. Oh, no. Yeah. I had a veggie burrito. And they had a bunch of that cream cheese on the left, and cream cheese is a comorbidity, y'all. And I woke up this morning, and I could taste my breath. Oh my God. I got it this morning. Oh, Lord, who is that? You need to brush your teeth, somebody. That's disgusting. Fix that. But there was an ancient saying, Christine, that, he who can taste his breath is in tuneness with the universe and his body is. Okay? All right? Thou, thither, thing, and a few of those, damn it. See, I could taste it. Yeah, anybody else breathing that damn nasty that you could just taste it. Like, you don't have to say, now people see, in America, this is what we do. In Europe, they don't even care. They just walk around armpits just to cook. And I'd have been there. Don't lie to me. I've been in France. Got the and I'm like, oh, dude, God, oh, man, so all kind of onions jumping up around your armpits. You can fix that. In America, we got something called deodorant. It's got aluminum in it, and it's a comorbidity, and it causes autism and a lot of other problems. But we got that stuff. Oh no, Lord, Christine, I woke up this morning. I was tired of kissing myself because when you got your own saliva in your own damn mouth, you kissing your own damn self. Hey, that's a shout out to marriages, man. Y'all is beautiful. Y'all just, oh man, I tell you what, y'all married people is the most beautiful people that's ever been beautiful on the planet. They wake up with just nasty mouths and will kiss you. Good morning, baby. I'm talking about new marriage, not old marriage, not the marriage when they just kind of roll out of bed and they try to don't make a sound so they don't wake the other person. Because they're groggy and moody in the morning. They just roll out of bed. I don't want her to wake up, and then she's going to try to kiss me. And I know we had grits last night with some onions. Now, I don't want him. She's trying to roll out the other side. I don't want to wake him up in the morning because he got. Yep, that's a TP. It's a 10 over there. Because if I wake him up, then he gonna try to get some. I got to get to work. I got to do the TPS reports. This is a slave plantation. I got things to do. I ain't got time. Dinglings in me, damn it. How old are you? I love married people, but they get up there, just kiss each other, just get all that yuck mouth together. Oh, it's just disgusting. Except for new marriage. New marriage ain't because I don't know why is that, Christine? How come when you fresh and newly in love with somebody, you can't taste their nasty mouth? Why is that? You take everything, put everything in your mouth that come from their body, and like, you don't smell, taste nothing. It's all, because you're enamored with it. It's like your body turns off your common sensing. Like, no, that's nasty. You need to go brush that. And then we'll do the lovey-dovey. All right, anyway, I'm done with that. I don't know. I'm being honest with people, just saying what I'm saying, Christine. I'm sorry if that offends people, but I'm just being honest. I was like, oh, but my breath is good now. It tastes like international creamers and some soy milk, and not soy, coconut, and that stuff that Juan grows down in that coffee berries. That's what it tastes like now. Nobody not brushed my teeth yet. I washed it down. There you go. The cavity creeps. It was all because that commercial was fake. If y'all remember that commercial back when we was kids, the cavity creeps, that's fake. That's fake news. You don't need to just brush to get rid of them. Like, and the cavity creeps, they all start dying, getting in boats, and they're fighting it. What's the good guy's name to fight the cavity creeps? Y'all remember them? If you don't understand the cavity creeps, you need to go research that, okay? And then you'll know what I'm talking about. Another way, you get rid of them another way. You just make yourself a hot cup of coffee, and you just wash them jokers down right to the acids in your stomach. Like, look. Do a good little gargle. Hold on. Boom! All them cavity creases going. They just right down to the stomach acids. And your breath smell good again. But before you do that, and that's nasty, I'm stopped. Before you do that, drink water. All right? Drink water. Water first thing in the morning. It ups your metabolism. Before you put no coffee, whatever the juice in your body, and for God's sake, don't put no soda in your body first thing. Why do people do this? It's just, they put soda in their body first thing in the morning. Here come that sun. It's getting bright. I'm gonna have to go soon. I'm gonna go down the timeline, see people talk about, and then comments, and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna stop running my mouth so much. That's never gonna happen, Gerard. That's all right. I can hear Lori saying that now. Gerard, you're never gonna stop doing that. Just accept it, brother. You got a big mouth. All right, I'm sorry. I messed up my Texas accent this morning. I'm groggy. I'm not 100%. I'm about 82. Just bought me a hot rod Lincoln Town car with a V8 and rear wheel drive. Woo, Sampton. Yeah, this was my first V8. I just broke my V8 Cherry Sampton. This is the first one. I was a virgin till I had that. Yesterday I broke that cherry. Oh my God, that is a fire-breathing dragon. Woo, wait. I shouldn't even have this. I mean, I might have to pull some RVs and water and all that, but I mostly drive like Grandma, Sampton. That 18-wheeler tried to kill me last night. You better get on. If I had a V6, I'd be dead. I hit that V8. Oh my God. That thing just threw me back. And the next thing I know, I'm doing 100 and something that I won't say. And I didn't want to slow down for a minute. Then I said, all right, the grandma kicked in. It's like, all right, let's get in the right lane. Calm down. Even at 20, you might be 29, but not all your reflexes are. All right, let's chill, because you do something stupid and you get somebody else hurt or worse, you'll blame yourself for the rest of your life. That's why I don't do stupid stuff like that no more. And that really is probably the basis of wisdom, right? Is you live long enough to realize that I do things that make me feel good, but really bad things can happen when I do those things and other people get hurt. And wisdom kicks in like, you know what? I should not be going over 100 miles an hour if I can barely see 80 feet in front of my face without my trinoculars. All right. Riley, what you got? Life is Aid is a great dietary supplement. Oh, I've never had it. It makes it so that I don't absorb any of the food. It just goes right out. Okay, I have to say, Riley, I don't like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll tell y'all what I like and I don't like. And I disagree with everybody at some point in time. One, I don't like supplements. That's number one, because they're made in laboratories. I'm a whole food type of person. And two, um, you can just stop eating the crap that you got to crop out so easily. You could do that. You could do it if you want to. I mean, I'm fine with if people want to poison themselves, I do with Twinkies. Go do it. I'm doing it with the coffee. But if you're eating Rockefeller food and it's getting jammed up in your guts because it isn't really food, and then you eat Rockefeller lab experiments to make it flow out because it isn't really medicine, it's chemicals, synthetic, then maybe just go on to the root cause of the problem, and just eat some whole foods. I eat whole foods, Riley, and it just right on out. It doesn't even stick around. See, the glyphosate too. That glyphosate is not in my gut because I know I ate some last night when I got that veggie burrito. In El Paso, and but I eat so many veggies. Look. You never wait for me on the toilet. It'll never happen. That's why the toilet out here, Riley, is outdoors in the outdoor shower because there ain't gonna be no waiting. You'll see me go in, I come right out the other side. It'd be like this. Oh, dang, I gotta go. My guts. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, goodness gracious. I was eating too many potatoes. I'm gonna go right in one door. 30 seconds later. All right. Hey, y'all, let's get to work. Let's do something. What we doing today? We hiking? Is today the jousting day? Are we jousting on tricycles today? Because that's a requirement in my community. I don't know if y'all know that yet. That's a requirement. It's jousting tricycle Tuesday. All right. You don't have a choice. Everybody jousts on tricycles on Tuesday. We are not going to let y'all become so ignorant as adults that you get to a point where you want to start to tell people what to do again. No, we ain't doing that. We're going to put you on a tricycle with some knee pads, a head pad, and a jousting stick. And just get the pedaling. You know how much money I'd pay? I'd pay everything I got because I ain't got none of it. I put it all in this project. I just to see all my friends on tricycles with jousting sticks. And hats, but your hat, and it can't be like the Walmart, safety hat that we force children to wear. That's pretty stupid because as children, we never wore these things, but you got to like decorate your own. Everybody's helmet and like uniforms got to be like in the Mad Max theme, I think. That's what I'm thinking. And you got to have some leather in there somewhere and some spikes. Just to see my friends do that. And then you take a picture, you get like Beaufont, someone take pictures of them. And then that way, nobody take themselves too seriously. I'm making jokes, but there's some real wisdom behind that. You find some people that take themselves seriously, you got a problem. All right. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. And what's the point of leaving Rockefeller world to go build another world that's based on the same problem that we have now? All right. People who think they know every damn thing or know enough. Well, one is people who think they know every damn thing. And by the way, we know who you are. You stand out like a sore thumb. And a lot of times we don't say anything because it's entertaining just to like watch you act like you know every damn thing. And then there's people who think they know enough to tell somebody else what to do. Whoever you are, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you think you know enough to tell anybody in this world, any other spiritual creature what to do, you are a fool. You don't know anything. All right. We think, we guess, we suggest, maybe, but at the end of the day, nobody really knows what's true. We are dumb as a species. We are dumb as the day is long. And high time we go back to start saying that. Here we go. Who is the sister right here? Oh, no, it was Jason. Okay, never mind. It was Jason. It was copyrighted and gave the sister credit. It sounded smart. And usually when something sounds smart, it's usually a woman. But anyway. They just had the evolutionary be smarter. And when you got muscles, you don't have to be as smart. You can be dumb and just hit people with clubs. That's how that works. You can admit it or not admit it. It's up to you. I really don't care what you admit. Another good example of that is my ugly duck theory. Did I give y'all my ugly duckling theory? I probably did. It's probably years ago, right? It's like, ugly kids, they don't have a choice. They got to be funny. They got to dance. They got to play that saxophone. My choice was the saxophone because I wasn't the cutest kid. I played the saxophone really well. I tried everything. I played football. I played soccer. I ran track for half a day. I got to do some sports or something, But you got to have, if you ain't got the looks, you got to have the personality. I call it my ugly duckling theory. The people who I enjoy the most, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm about to tell y'all my type of woman. I'm about to tell you right now. Bam. My type of woman is the ugly duckling, right? Because see, the thing is, if you aren't, if you don't fit, and by the way, let me preface this: there is no such thing as ugly. That's bullshit. Ugly is only on the inside; it's never on the outside. But if you don't fit the model of what Rockefeller World tells you you got to, if you don't have a symmetrical face, if you don't have a body that's this, if your hair doesn't grow all the way down your back, if you don't comb your hair and big monster naps come out, right? If you don't fit their model of what they do through television and advertisement, they tell you this is pretty. And by default, everything else isn't. If you don't fit that, you have to have a personality bump up so people will be your friend. So people want to be around you, right? Because that television brainwashes everybody from adult to children. Is why you should not let your child watch TV at all. The only reason that my kids became computer nerds is because, as bad as it is at them playing on them damn computers all the time, I'd rather them play games on the computer hours a day and destroy their eyes than to watch TV all day and destroy their eyes and their mind. At least they're getting something from them computer games. They ain't getting this nothing good on TV. Nothing. So my ugly duckling theory is that, when you have to become a nice person, a funny person, good at making music or art, someone enjoyable to be around because you're not pretty, you're not handsome, it gives you a great personality. Some of the people I loved the most growing up were what y'all call fat people, right? They were kids who were too big. And we didn't know at the time that the government was subsidizing things that poison people's thyroids. And they're still doing it today. And you'd make fun of them, but they had to develop wonderful personalities. Some of the most beautiful people, in fact, almost all of them growing up were all overweight. But then it's the ugly duckling theory, because now they got this beautiful personality, this woman that, forehead, this side of the forehead ain't caught up to this one. Like she's born, mommy's cute, daddy's cute, whatever, but she's born and, this cheek or this ear, it just isn't caught up with this one. We're not in balance yet, There's not food we're eating. Low stress, the DNA's going to catch up. But then she hits 25 and it all catches up. That forehead mixes with this one, they're working together. The two cheekbones line up. He was growing up and one leg was taller than the other, and he trying to, hey girl, can we go out? I got him carry your book bag. Let's go on a date. You like, hell no, you a hunchback. I don't want no hunchback children. And he grow up, Rico, and that leg start to catch up with the other one. Then now he's symmetrical. The ugly duckling theory. They develop great personalities, and now they look great. But what happened to the pretty one? What happened to the handsome guys? The ones that everybody wanted to be around? Pretty Ricky is what they called them. I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area. I tell you who they were. They was a light-skinned, green-eyed bastards with jerry curls. They done stole all the women from us and left hundreds of thousands of children illegitimate all over the Washington, D.C. area. In the black community. Anyway, I was too dark-skinned. I was smoke, burnt black, smoke. We can't see you, Gerard. Open your eyes, smile, and do something, damn it. You want to go on a date? You need to smile because I can't even see you. I'm sorry, it's funny to me. But the pretty people, they didn't have to have a good personality. And it doesn't mean that pretty children don't have good personalities. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I have an ugly duckling theory that when you force people to become beautiful people, they're beautiful on the inside. Socially, right? They've got those extra social aspects they were forced to do just so the dog would play with them. Like me. But then they grow into their looks. I don't know if I've gotten there yet. I'm hoping. I'm only 29. Give me a few more years. I'm trying. Some things ain't balanced on me. I'll tell you that in a minute. The time I took a selfie of myself from the side, and I realized that this side of my noggin is not equal to this side. And I figured either it just ain't caught up yet or mama dropped me on my head, didn't tell me. The ugly duckling theory. is when you force people to become beautiful people on the inside and they become beautiful people on the outside, you got something there. My God, do you got something? But when you develop a world to where if you just luck up in birth and you look like what everybody thinks is pretty and attractive, you can be any kind of a-hole you want on the inside, and people will still want to be around you. You'll still get the job. The teacher still give you A's because we're brainwashed. And if you have not read Eddie Bernays' book, because I haven't talked about this stuff in a long time because I've been busy trying to build my own world. You need to read the book Propaganda. It's on my book list. I have a book list on my Facebook. And I forgot the name of the album. I think it's called Book List. Please proceed to Gerard's Facebook and start reading those books. Those are the books that most of my friends here recommended. And I read them, or I read enough of them, or I listened to enough lectures from the authors where I realized that's some real content that we need. This is what we need to be reading. All right. Is breath bad or is someone else? Ooh, is breath there? I'm sorry, Diane. I'm illiterate. And I read the whole thing and my mind started laughing before I read it. Is breath bad if no one else is there to smell it? I can tell you this morning, Diane, 100%. I've done the research. Hell yes. Hell yeah. Breath is horrible, even though somebody else isn't around. There wasn't nobody else around this morning but a walking stick bug and some beetles, few flies, and some mosquitoes. And wasn't none of them biting me this morning, Diane. They was just, hell no, Lord. Just, like, they just fly away. They got a whiff of my breath this morning, but it's good now. I fixed it. I cured it. We're good. All right. There you go. But anyway, this is the sister's post from the morning, or the brother's post from this morning, but a sister reposted it. Create a vision that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning. That's it. If you don't have that, please get to start working on that. Beachy look. Yeah. Oh, is a beachy look here? Yeah, because the blue cloth and the shirt. Yeah, the beach. I showed you this shirt, didn't I, Krista? Didn't I show y'all this? My nieces made this. The beach trip. This was when y'all going there. When black people in America go on family trip. Do white people do that? Do Hispanic people, yellow people, green people, do all the color people? There ain't nobody a damn color. And they don't say nothing about you. But I'm gonna ask a question. Does everybody do that when you get together on family trips? Do they make family shirts? To let everybody know. See, I'm gonna tell y'all why black people do it. I'm gonna tell you that for a minute. Because I'm loosely affiliated with the community. I do not think that I am not a damn color. And I did not raise no crayon children because the billionaires and Rockefellers dictated that we all need to be colors instead of human beings and individuals. We need to be easily groupable cattle. I'm not black. Hell no, I ain't black. Why would somebody want to be blue? That's just stupid. No, the beach trip. So when we do this, you know why we do this? Because a lot of our peoples in the areas that we do this don't have all the rice and chicken and barbecue sauce and things that they need to be happy. So they want to be like the sisters post. They want to build the world that they want to jump out of bed in the morning. So they come to our family events to eat our barbecue and our chicken and our pork and all the other comorbidities with the ice cream. But if you don't have a shirt, if Aunt Wilhelmina didn't send you the shirt, I bet y'all didn't know that. Y'all didn't know that? Like, oh no, this is good because it make us feel like we're family. No, it's because people coming to steal food. Oh God! All right, listen. I don't know if that's true, but damn it, that's what I think. I did that before. That was on a movie called. What was the name of that movie? That's why TV is bad and so movies. It was Tupac was in it. They went to somebody else's barbecue. I did that one. Hey, listen, I said I'll try almost anything once. Almost anything, not everything. That's what I think. Like that's obviously a family reunion. You know what? Let's see if we can go get some dessert. Like we're not gonna be go get a whole plate of food. Let's just go put people are this silly. Yeah, you get in there, you know. Who are you? Oh, I'm John. You remember Aunt Wilhelmina's kids on the side from West Virginia. Oh, West Virginia, yeah, I knew something about them. You Antoine's great grandchild. Yeah. Y'all haven't seen you since you was, yeah, I know. Yeah. You know, but people figure it out because you can't stay. Like that's the fakeness in the movie. You can't stay. Like you got to show up, get your plate, steal your food. What you got to get. Because Uncle Rollo, who just thought he knew you because he was a little drunk, drank too much, he's going to go tell somebody else who you are. And the other person ain't gonna be that drunk. The other person, whoa. We ain't got nobody that black in this side of the family from West Virginia. All right, I'm done. That's it. I'm gonna read comments later to go. So no, it was a beachy shirt, Christine. And my nieces did this because you know what? I'm gonna put them on blast real quick because my niece that day. Oh my God, I love my nieces. Oh man, I tell you what, they're so smart. They're so freaking smart. Y'all probably gonna get in trouble for what I say next. My youngest niece, she'll tell you in a minute. All right. And whether it's true or not doesn't really matter. But I don't care. I love it. I love the fact that when we have family events, she's probably the most funnest person to talk to. Her and her big sister. Her big sister's like the balancer. And she's like, look, I done read something. Damn it, I got to tell you, mommy and daddy. I love it. I love her mommy and daddy too. That's my brother and my sister-in-law. I love them to death. But they think they know too much. All right. They think they know too much. All right. And they do. They know some things. Don't get me wrong. And she's a doctor. When something happens, I ain't stupid. Now listen, I might be hippie. I ain't stippy. You put the stupid in front of hippie, that's stupid. When something happens and I don't know what to do, hell yeah, I go to my sister-in-law. Hell yeah, I do. She's a Rockefeller, medical trained medicine woman, like the book, The Rockefeller's Medicine Men. And so most of the stuff that her practice teaches, I disagree with, and I'm not going to have anything to do with. But when something, you will never beat a modern doctor at diagnosis and telling you what the hell is going on. And if you ain't got no natural solution for it, you don't be no fool. Don't be stippy and just deny, because most of what they do is on point, right? The knowledge is. The ignorant part is the attachment to the pharmaceutical industry, right? So, but no, anyway, so this came from when I went vegetarian. I decided, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to do this. I've been fighting the vegetarians my entire life. I've been making bad vegan jokes. What's wrong with y'all? You crazy, you stupid. I'm not eating no damn salad. Do I look like a rabbit? Do I got a furry bunny tail? Damn it. No, you stupid, sick, pale, skinny person. I used to make horrible jokes about them. I think I even told somebody I dated somebody once and they was vegetarian. I said, yeah, I can't marry no vegetarian. Hell no. I got to have my country style spare ribs, my steaks, my chicken, and some bacon all wrapped up in a bun. And you ain't that person. I need to enjoy this and drink some malt liquor. You ain't the one. She's kind of smart though. She was from India. She's kind of smart. There's a lot of people smarter over there. I don't know. Maybe they ain't. Their culture is just a little more mature than ours. And but anyway, so I finally read enough and I got to that level. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this, but I do realize that I'm stronger when I eat fruits and vegetables. I realize I put on more muscle mass and I do it faster. I realize I'm not groggy as I am in the morning. I have more pep in my step, and I'm not convinced I know what's wrong with the meat that we eat. But there's something wrong with the meat that we eat. And I decided that's it. I went vegetarian. I think my sister went vegan. I tried vegan. I failed, and I'm never going to try it again. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Your eggs are too delicious. Eggs and cheese are too dead. They're just comorbidities. They're too delicious. I'll never give them up. Everybody's got their own level. I don't agree with the labels. Just so that's scaring you ahead of time. The labels are bullshit. Eat what you eat if you don't get sick. If you get sick, stop eating what you eat and change your diet. And wherever that lands you, go with that. Ignore what everybody else has to say. There are people in Africa that eat blood and milk. Is that the Maasai tribe, somebody? You know, and they eat that stuff. And I'm just like, you would be dead. I would be dead if I ate that stuff, but maybe they got something involved. And this is the problem. There's no such thing as a human being. There's 7 billion different types of human things on this planet, and they're all different. They all respond to everything differently. That's the ignorance of having a medical police state that requires one solution for everybody. You feel me? You hear what I'm saying? Ignorance. So anyway, I went back. I realized that this was helping me. And so what they did, if I can share everybody's name. And I think I can't read the back. I think it says V if you're a vegetarian, I if you're an influenced vegetarian, and M if you're a meat eater. It's hilarious. They're so damn funny. Oh, my nieces are fun. Anyway, so that's what this shirt is. So it's a beach shirt. It was we had a family reunion on the beach, Christine, and it was beautiful too. That was the last family reunion we had when my father was alive. Some of my last great memories, discussions, and arguments with the man who reared me. We're on that trip. And that's part of why I will never go along with the medical police state. I never will. Like, oh yeah, Gerard will give in. He'll do what he's told. No, he won't. Gerard will die happily. Gerard will engage in whatever needs to happen. And I won't say the details because then that's, oh, you're an extremist. No, your industry killed my father. Two industries got together and killed the man. And the same two industries got together and killed my uncle. I'm convinced one of those industries killed my grandmother. So the idea that I'm going to align with the people who murdered, yes, it is murdered lots of people that I love, lots of friends' parents, lots of my friends' aunts and uncles, and some of them don't even know it yet. An industry that needs to be checked and balanced, an industry that needs to have peer review every damn thing. Peer review AMA. You need outside organizations. You need 100% transparent, published science, not that bullshizzle that they produce and the media that they buy so they can lie to people about what happens to them when they put these synthetic things in their bodies. And the doctors know. That's the funny thing. Most of them know. If you ask them off the record, you can't hire them. But if you know them, they'll tell you the truth, right? We need a total refit to this crony medical system because it murders people happily and it keeps steaming on. All right, I'm going to do comments. I was going to go down the timeline, then I'm going to go. I tried to get an early start today. It's going to be a shady day today because it's flash floods being expected, which means I can get a whole lot of work done today. I'm not sure what that is, but them shacks is purty. I'm just going down my timeline. Ooh, somebody said Rosewood. Y'all know what Rosewood is? I'm not going to touch that this morning. That'll get me in trouble too. You should only piss off so many people per day. It's an ancient knowledge thing. How's the cop house progressing, Christine? How do you define progress? That's the real. How do you define progress? So yesterday, well, I got most of the foundation in. The Wallapini is done. That's what the cop house is going to sit in. And I wouldn't use the word progress. That's too big of a word. I'd look for a smaller word. Yesterday got busy, got hot. What was I doing? I was planting. The Tacona seeds came. I had to get those jokers started. I did work on the Wallapini. I was digging out and excavating because the excavator, the backhoe isn't doing what it needs to because I got to refix the bucket. That's why I got the 60-10 last night. You see how she acting like a slave master? Y'all see this? And that's you act like a slave master, sister. I'm doing this for everybody. I ain't doing this for me. And so I'm digging everything out by shovel, by hand. So I'm literally with the breaker bar. I'm like breaking up rocks, busting up the Schifferow. What is Schifferow, by the way? That was something I seen in a slave movie a long time. We got to bust up the Schifferow. And I'm busting up the Schifferow. And I'm not even sure if it's Schifferow, but I'm busting it up with the breaker bar. And then I'm just excavating tons of dirt by shovel, which is real cool. I mean, I'm getting back. I got like another, I'd say 8 feet to go before I get to the back of how the Wallapini is, because it's a 20 by 50 greenhouse that the living space will be inside of it. So I did that yesterday and it started to rain, Christine. So I used the tarp for rainwater runoff. Just how I was crazy last night, running around out here in the wild, pitch black darkness, rattlesnakes and javelinas and hogs and mountain lions, just waiting to get a taste of this black man. And I was running around checking all the rainwater recovery because that rain is so important. I can't explain the significance of rainwater and whether this is normal here, all this rain, or it's not normal. Doesn't really matter. I need to capture as much of this rain as possible. So when it started raining, I stopped immediately. I set up the rainwater recovery so it'll trickle water into the big koi pond inside the Wallapini in front of the cop house. So the cop house didn't get too much work done, but I couldn't work on it yesterday because I had to go get town water. I don't want to use pond water. The pond water is too valuable where the koi and the goldfish are. And if anybody's new watching this, I live off grid. I live in the wild. I'm an automation engineer and gardener, putting the two together, building my own little world. All right. So the koi pond water is too important. The life in that water is invaluable, right? If you don't, and people who don't understand that, You need to follow Elaine Ingham. I mean, you can't follow her because I don't think she like does social media, but a lot of people film her lectures and put up. Elaine Ingham, Ingham, is the queen of organic gardening. This woman is, ah, got it, got it. She's got it. So you got to get life back in the soil. You know, one of the things that she teaches. And so the water in the koi pond, I will not use for the cob for the walipini because that's just killing all of this life. Part of the reason I have the pond there, other than being an outside desert experiment, whether or not I get enough rain to keep the koi pond sustainably without me having to add water. And we do, at least we do for 6 months. I don't want to kill off all that life. So I had to run to town, get water, use the town water to do the cob structure. So I'm going to work on that today. It is shady. It's going to be, it looks like it's going to be shady, clouds everywhere. So I'm actually going to work on that today. Massa Christine! Massa Wednesday. All right, let me stop. Now I'm ready. You only piss off so many people per day. It's ancient knowledge. I'm going to piss Christine. I'm sorry, y'all. I just make jokes. It's just jokes. It's just jokes. People don't take nothing I say all of that seriously. You need to learn what to take seriously and what to just laugh at. We all used to laugh at each other. We need to go back to being those people. People who take themselves too seriously are the problem. Same. I have Capilophiopia, whatever that is, Deborah, is what I tell people. I know out there cannot get me to go there. No. Oh, California phobia. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's like not Californication. That's the other. Because in California, I've never watched that show, but it's a show called Californication. And I think it's in a song too. So I don't even know. I think it means California is good, something like that. Where you get some, everybody gets some in California, and that's why they got all these STD clinics everywhere. But California, oh yeah, no, California is off limits for me. Nope. Sister texted me the other day from California. Thinking about moving. I'm like, yeah, you should move. Thinking about things to certain places. It don't matter the place. Just go. The place does not matter. You in California, you're behind enemy lines. You're not even in the DMZ. You are in the bad spot. Get the hell out. Doesn't matter where you go. It could be lava, fire, desert, just monkeys just running everywhere, biting people and poo-pooing in the food. It's better than California is a lost state. California is worse than Mexico. Mexico is a failed state. And it didn't fail on its own. Those people knew what they were doing. We failed it. We destroyed it. Go, run. I got California phobia. I will not be going to California. Do not write me. Do not text. Come on, visit. Ain't never going to happen. I got family that I may not see till I'm 82. Hell no. Nope. And I'm 29. I'll never age. That might not be forever. They can come see me. Love them to death. But your government is ignorant and going, have they recalled that man yet? Have they put that in Massa? What's his name? Massa somebody. Have they put him in prison yet? All right, there we go. All right, so this ain't working. I'm going to shut this off real quick. I'm going to wrap up on comments. I'm going to go. I don't know why it's not working. It's just because it would be fun to go down the timeline. That's why this thing ain't working. All right, let me turn that off. Which is really bad. Well, let me try to refresh it first because I know my camera is jacked up because of the internet here. All right, I'm going to do a few comments and I'm going to go. Oh, looks like it came up again. Woo, y'all see the stories at the top? Oh, no, y'all can't see the story. I watch the stories. I love y'all stories. I don't like the men's story. Y'all say y'all stories suck. The Facebook stories, I watch women's stories all the time. I just watch them because it's always interesting and fun. It's weird, like they're putting on makeup and this, that, and the other, dancing around, doing silly stuff. You know, I always enjoy the women's stories. I don't watch no man's stories because the man's stories ain't fun. And then the man put women in it. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, all right. I was gonna. Anything else important we got to talk about? Comedy Central caves the cancel culture removes episode of The Office lineup. I hate you. No, I don't hate y'all. I hate y'all's behavior. I do. I love The Office. You're wrong. I'm gonna go repent now. I'm sorry. What? I got some Bible beating friends, and they beat that Bible. They beat you over the head with it. Go repent for what you said or did. You know, go repent. If you want some of the Office episodes, I'm so sick of y'all. I am. I love y'all. I'm sick of your behavior. Stop it. If you think you're smart enough to cancel any culture, You are what's wrong with the world. You're not a nice person. You're a bad person. You're not that smart. When we laugh at each other and we laugh at each other's culture and laugh at our own, we're all family. People that laugh together stay together. People who get ignorant and cancel cultures, they create civil wars. So if what you want is a civil war, if what you want is violence, keep on telling other people how to live and you will get your wish. You will get the world that you want. I promise you. And it ain't got nothing to do with a threat. It's just how people work. Nobody likes to be told what to do. Nobody, it's like an abused woman. You know, and it's about to get, I don't want it to get too serious, but it's like an abused woman. Yeah, all right. Ain't too many women been abused their entire lifetime. All right. I got a few sisters here that grew up in abuse. Some kicks in eventually. You might be that man from, was that Color Purple? And you figure you're gonna beat on somebody, all right, you're gonna tell them what to do, act like you the man with the big pants because you got the big pants. All right, she'll weight you down. All right, man, ain't gonna be too much more of this beating on me stuff. I know. You need to stop beating. You need to stop. I grew up in a family. That's not what loving me. I love me. You obviously don't love me because you're cussing and beating on. You ain't gonna be too many more of those. This is how humans work, people. I'm telling you, in groups or in individuals. And one day, you got up in the morning, put your big drawers on, put your overalls, about to go to work. She make your coffee. That's going to be the last day. You tried to cancel her culture. You didn't want her to be a matriarch. You didn't want her to have say in the house. You didn't want to cook the chicken, so you made her do it, and you needed to be the right temperature, and if not, you abused her. One day it clicks. It's a show about that. What's the name of that? I love that show. I love that show. I do. I love it. What is that called? Twisted, Bent, Beat, Flipped Out. I'm tired of your trash. I'm tired of you canceling my culture. It's a show where women who were abused flipped and killed their husbands. Telling you're gonna drink that coffee. You ain't never coming back from work. You don't worry about the dinner menu. That bastard drinking his coffee before he goes to work. All right, Wilhelmina, when I get home tonight, I want some rice, I want some macaroni and cheese, I want some broccoli, and I want a steak, all right? Make sure it's done. She over there giggling in the corner like, oh, don't worry about it. In her head, you ain't coming home. You go on to work. And I understand your request. But you've been doing cancel culture on my culture a long time because you think you're right. You ain't coming home. You'll be lucky if you make lunch. That's rat poison. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done. I don't know. It's not funny. I just don't like abuse. But I'm telling you, if you make a process of abusing other people a consistent thing, you are just waiting for that violence to come to your door. People don't like to be told what to do. People don't like their culture to be canceled. If you don't like what people got to say or something, then you don't like The Office, don't watch it. I love The Office. And the fact that y'all just deleted a piece of my history, something that makes me, the only way I got through corporate America was watching The Office because it made me laugh about the ignorance I saw every day on a slave plantation. I hated every day. Made great money, international consultant, flew all over the world. I had slave staff all over the world. I hated every day of it. And I didn't know why until I matured, but you'd watch The Office and you laugh because it showed us our ignorance, right? It showed us in every office, we got the same damn people hiding mung beans in the dresser drawer in the office. The same people. You know, I like to say I was the gem of the office. I did the best I could, but I was the boss, so I was limited on what I could do. But you're never gonna make the world you want. Now, I did the sister post from earlier, and then I'm just gonna purely do comments and get off here. You're never gonna make the world that you want by abusing other people. If you don't like it, turn it off. Walk away. Close your eyes, divorce the person, do whatever you got to do. But when you try to force other people, all you're going to do, I mean, you're no different than Bittner. Right? Starts with an H, but you can't say the name here. Bittler. You're no difference. You're no different. You think you're right, and you're forcing others. You're no different than an abuser. You might as well get a white T-shirt if you're involved in cancel culture, because that's who you are. You're an abuser, and you're abusing other people. And it doesn't mean, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, they cancel. I get it. I get it. Don't give me that I don't get it face. I know there's some people out there doing some really stupid and dangerous things. There's some really foul-mouthed things happening. Would you rather deal with things in a sustainable way, a permanent culture of showing people at the root level problem that maybe that's not the best thing to do? Maybe as a society, we shouldn't go that way. You want to be smart, like, say, the police in the UK, who aren't really smart right now, but they're smarter than American police, right? Because they don't have guns, right? What do they got to do? They can't go and just use force to get what they want. They can't just shoot children in the street. The philosophies behind cancel culture, using force to stop people. It's no different. They have to talk to people, right? The police shows up. Man is mad, domestic call. Guy's pissed off, the woman's pissed off, pots and pans flying everywhere, knives and crazy stuff. And y'all know how women get, all right? That's scripture. That's ancient knowledge. There ain't no fire that burns as hot. Ain't no volcano that'll burn the hell out you than a woman scorned. Do not be out there scorning. If you're out there scorning women, you ain't going to be long on this earth. I'm telling you. And so the police got to go to the door. The man, I don't know, he did something, said something, ran off his mouth or something. She flipped out, she pots and pans flying. And the police ain't got no gun. Like, there's a woman in that house that's mad. I ain't going in that damn house. I ain't got no gun. So all those police quit. The only ones that are left, for the most part, are the ones that are smart enough to go sit there, learn how to talk to people, learn how to relate to people, see the issues that he had that made him say this stupid thing that gets her one to stick a frying pan that's hot up his anus and learn to relate to her and calm the situation down. And that's the beauty of the UK police, because you almost force them to stop using cancel culture, which is shooting people, using force to solve problems, instead of using sustainable solutions and talking to people, creating a permanent solution that fixes itself over time. So you don't have to go refix it. Treating the root problem, not the side effect. But it's hate speech, and we got to stop it. No, you don't. You need to hear it. And you need to hear it everywhere that it bubbles up in someone's body as a thought. Why? Because if we know the problem, we can solve the problem. We dealt with this a long time ago. Those of y'all who we used to do this discussion damn it, it's over. Where is it at? Hold on. Right there. Cancel culture. We dealt with this a while ago. Right? It's like going to the doctor. And who's a healer? A healing doctor, not one that believes in Rockefeller medicine, but the doctors who will tell you, slide you off record what you're supposed to go do, and it's not taking the drugs. That's how you know you got a good doctor. Going to the doctor. Oh, doc, I'm in trouble. I feel like I'm going to die. I got some pains. And the doctor said, well, where does it hurt? I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to cancel the ability to have communication with you and tell you where it hurts, so you can't fix it. When the doctor's, well, wait a minute, you came to me, you want me to heal you, you want me to fix your problem, but you don't want me to know where the problem is. You just want to mask it and hide it and cover it up. I can't help you. You're ignorant. You literally stop the ability for me to solve a problem because you're hiding it. And that is the true nature behind cancel culture that people who got tricked into it don't understand. They don't want you to fix the root problem. They don't want us to fix the root problem in our societies. They want the problems continue, because if you can silence the people who are saying things that you don't like, eventually that's going to bubble up into violence. And that's what they want for a global police state. That's what they want to make a police state in any country. You need the violence. You need people to do things that forces government to do what it's best at, especially governing corporations, which is to kill people who don't obey them, which is to lock them in slave plantations called prisons who don't listen to them. There's absolutely no difference between police brutality and you cancel culture people. Grow up, learn to solve problems at the root, and that's how I'm gonna stop with that. We didn't dealt with that a long time ago. Be smart, be wise, sustainable solutions. Do not go along with this ignorant state that wants a civil war. All right. Those are nice and big with the bedroom in the back seat. If you talk about my truck, They're nice and big. I wouldn't call that a bedroom in the back seat. I sleep in if I need to. All right, let me get down. Sampton. It's a suspension for me. I have spinal damage from autoimmune. Ooh. Couldn't even make it to see my grandmother without getting laid up for days. I can make it twice a week. Ow, 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 ow. Well, I don't know if you're responding to somebody else, but everybody should know where all the autoimmune conditions come from. Things don't just pop out of nowhere. All right. The population is being poisoned. We've been poisoned intentionally or not for damn near a few decades from subsidies. The government gets lobbied by chemical corporations that don't know the long-term damage of their products, and they put it in food, they put it in water, they put it in the air, they inject it in people, and down the road, these compounds, and sometimes they're funguses and different things that some doctors talk about, or scientists, that hide inside human cells. And so it looks like the body's attacking itself, and that's the word autoimmune. But what the doctors are saying, or scientists are saying, is that no, your white blood cells are trying to get to something inside your cells. It could even be that they don't recognize the DNA. Imagine that. You have millions of people out there changing their DNA because they're scared of the air. But we won't go there. You just got to do your research, right? If you don't, not you, Sampton, I'm saying in general, there are a lot of people who are like Sampton out there who have caused isms, caused tisms. They were caused by greed and profit. And the only way to get those things to go away is to stop the people who literally their job to take money from these corporations to create captive audiences for their products that are poisoning the population into disease. All right. I got to jump out of bed and let the dog out. I got to jump out of bed to feed the koi. And I do that as well. All right, let me go down. I got to get out of here. Did I get a comment from everybody? I try to do a comment from everybody, then I'm really got to go because the sun just came up. You can see the sweat bubbling on the top of my noggin. So I got to go. I got a lot of cob to mix up today. Kim Hollinger, I don't think I said, well, you're replying to Norma. That's how I start every morning. Yeah, start every morning. Great. There goes Ivana. Good morning. Let's see how the reception is today. It sucks, Ivana. I actually need to upgrade to Starlink, and I will do that. Just it's not in the budget at the moment. Good morning, Lily Kincaid. How are the chickens? How is the farm? Hey, Jennifer, good morning. My mom doesn't care, just wants to see me. Only my sis is keeping me away. Oh, okay, see the problem I have? Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Going to see my nurse friend who gives out the poison and cheat. Yeah, and that's the problem is you have a lot of ignorant people who are like, they feel like they're protecting their parents. And Jennifer, I'm on the fence. I'm not convinced I know everything. I don't, right? There are some people who don't realize that they eat the things that cause them to die from a flu. They don't realize that the comorbidities of cardiovascular disease and eating sugar as an addict is eventually going to kill you. So when people find that out, you got to give them time, and I'm not saying that that's what's going on, at that house, but you got to give them time. They got to be educated first. I mean, willful aid. I'm fine with anybody's suicide attempts, Jennifer. People who just want to die and they just want to keep eating dirt, poison, whatever. Not dirt, because you're probably going to die from dirt. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with euthanasia. I'm only hesitant when people don't know. Right? And that's my number one problem with the ignorant people who cheer this narrative is they won't do the research. And they're getting in the way of people finding out why people are actually dying. And that's the hoax part of it. Right? Because you have industries that are providing a hoax because they want products to sell. They may, they're behind it, they created, whatever, who cares? The bottom line is people who have immune suppression because they've been poisoned for a long time and they got horrible diets. If they were told back when this started that that's what the deal was, when those first doctors started doing the autopsies to tell people that the number one comorbidities were cardiovascular disease, hypertension, and diabetes, we could have got this fixed. So that's my only hesitation is people got to get out of their willful ignorance space and someone has to tell them that, listen, if you don't eat human food that fuels the human immune system, eventually something is going to blow in the air that's going to kill you. But also, I have those same ignorant people in my family. And ignorant is a great thing. I'm not putting them down. Ignorant is a great thing, especially if you know you're ignorant. Now, if you know you're ignorant and you just don't want to know any better, then that's willful ignorance. That's stupid. You can't help stupid. So anyway, rain helps me sleep. And that's why, Jennifer, I'm happy that I got the cone of seeds. Girl, we're going to plant these and make some bark. We're going to do what the Africans been doing for 5,000 years. Somebody get a fever. Here you go. You're good to go. All right. Thank you. Allison is in the house. Good morning, Allison. Lily Kincaid said the children know. The children always know. They're smarter than all the adults on this planet. Can't learn that way. What are y'all talking about? School? Yeah, well, if you're talking about school, Allison, no, you can't learn. School is not there to teach people. Department of Education is the Department of Indoctrination. You need a drummer for those one-liners. Boom, boom. Oh, I'm sorry, Allison. My jokes don't come across as jokes. They probably don't. I talk too damn fast on coffee. All right. Hey, Munazabi. Good morning. Good morning. The reality isn't real. I'm grateful that we're leaving for New Earth. I can't stand this place. I hope so, too. Is that another dimension or are they sending a rocket ship for us, Lily? Let me know. Let me know. I want some tickets. Love that meme from New Orleans. Isn't that beautiful, Christine? That's awesome. It should burn. The dimension is, but yeah, this dimension is BS. Oh, that's funny, Lily, because that's what I told my brother this morning. Because he's going back and forth on the religion thing. And, you know, who's going to heaven, who's not going to heaven, who's saved, who's not saved, stuff like that. And where I stopped is, I think I asked him a question. I'd have to go to my text to know the exact thing. I just said, you know, there's discussion going back and forth. And I said, I think everybody goes to that dimension. I think everybody does. Call it heaven, whatever you want to call it. You ain't getting no 26 virgins, because that's like, you know, cancel culture. You're willing to abuse other people for what you want. Hello. Everyone goes to that dimension. I think everybody's just at different levels. I think you keep getting reincarnated, coming back here until you learn what there is to learn here from this experience. Because think about it like this, Lily. This was it came to me this morning. I was trying to tell you that he's a deep religious guy. Good guy, most loving guy on the planet. I never say anything about my brother. That's my brother that actually brought me down here. And like, yeah, Gerard, he doesn't love you. If he took you down there, nah, that's my brother. If I call him, he'll do anything I need him to do. So I'm not, you know, but in terms of like, just you try to educate people that you love. Everybody goes to that dimension. I don't think there's failure. Like, think about it like this. How great is a God that makes a system that doesn't work? I'll wait for the answer, right? Human beings, we make systems all the time that don't work, right? And they fail. And one of the things I used to do, Lily, is like, look at the Bible and scripture and look for the manisms. Look for the things that man obviously put in there that does not fit in a God community or at a God level. What kind of God are you if you make systems that don't work? If this is a system for teaching human beings, spiritual creatures, and everybody doesn't get taught, you suck as a God. Please give me the badge back. You need to hand in your membership. Logic, just think about it. You know, my example on that one was kneeling before God. Why would God want you to kneel before God? If you, which parent out there, which earthly father or mother makes their children get on their knees and act like a slave in front of them? You're not gonna like it, but which earthly mother or father would make their child put a muzzle on their face? But that's man projecting on God, right? Because when the whole point of getting on your knees, that's what kings did. You know why kings made you, Lily, get on your knees before you went before the king? Was because they were scared of you. They know you're a woman. And when women get pissed off, they'll strike. All right? Women got that no, it's not chupacabra. What's that dog that bite everybody? I know I'm in so much trouble. I'm sorry, y'all. Just jokes. But, you know, hey, call it what it is. That little yappy dog. You go to somebody's house. If you got a Rottweiler, I ain't worried about you. You got a Doberman Pinscher. I'm a little, you know, frightened. But you got one of them Chihuahua damn things. Oh, no, they never give up. I done went to somebody's house, Lily, had the Chihuahua and bit my boot. He's like ripping out. It's like, you know, those steel-toed boots, dummy. He's just ripping away at the boot. Ain't getting nowhere. But he knows eventually I'm going to need to sit down. I work hard. I'm a slave. Corporate America, I'm out to sit. And when you sit down, I know that the boss is going to be at the height of the sofa. Man, I seen that chihuahua come running across the room, and he was not a chihuahua. He was part chupacabra. This thing was a pissed off woman. It came flew in the air. I knew exactly what he was. Hell no! I jumped up from that sofa. I'm leaving. It's me or the dog. You want to be my friend? I ain't never coming to your house till you get rid of that damn pissed off the fury of the woman and the dog thing. Chihuahua. So, but anyway, no, I'm joking. Just jokes, y'all. Just jokes. And so when Lily, you go before the king needs you to be on your knees, right? Because it's not a striking position. Because the king is scared of his people. What God is scared of its people, where he requires the people get on their knees before the altar of God? Because he's scared of you. Because you got a sword or a knife. That's a manism. And that's what I'm saying is that I love religion because it opened my mind and my heart to spirituality. But the idea that anybody's got it right, the idea that there's any book, scripture that they plagiarized, robbed, canoned, the kings with the popes canonized 120 times before it made it to you, it's precisely what they need to control the population. Right? So the idea of a failed system, that's a human thing. We can't possibly process what it is to be perfect. What perfect beings make failed systems? Somebody answer that question. So everybody goes to heaven. Heaven's just another dimension, whatever you want to call it. And when you're done here, coming back, reincarnated, learning enough of things that are in those Bibles, in the scriptures, in the religions, love people, give them the shirt off your back. Take out all that, a lot of that worship and kneeling and stuff that moms and dads don't do to their children now. A heavenly Father wouldn't do to his creations or her creations. Because creators on this planet are what? Yeah. Yep. That's patriarchal manifestation, writing into the scripture that God is a man. God ain't got no testicle. I don't know what he got. Don't know what God's plumbing is. And that he's a he. I like to call it an it when I'm thinking. But God ain't got no testicles. I can tell you that. Ain't no doubt, because chihuahuas is everywhere. All right, anyway. But this is BS, and it's time to go. We got to get out of this dimension and move on to the next. I'm done with this dimension. That's why I don't fight with nobody. I love everybody. Y'all perfect just how y'all are. You can go be as ignorant as you want to be. I'm done with this dimension. I've learned my lessons. I am not coming back to this earth. Hell no. I love everybody. I love all the people, the bad people, the trifecta of evil, and all that trica of terror, all the little nonsense y'all come up with, try to turn people against each other, cousins against cousins. Nope. I got 7 billion cousins on this planet. I love each and every one of them. When I die, and I go back to that game lobby, because I am not letting you change my DNA and do a Tuskegee experiment on me, I'm going to be right back at that lobby, and it's going to say, yeah, I'm going to see my points. My points in Earth again. You survived Earth. You came back 1,000 times, and you actually don't have to go back. Yes. And then I'll move on to a new challenge. But this idea of like letting kings lie to you and be in conflict with your neighbors and cousins, that's stupid. We should evolve. I've evolved past that. I'm done. Lily, I'm done. Rose, evolved past that. Good morning. We love you. I love you too, Rose. The truth is the light. Yes, it is. The truth is the light, and nobody on this planet knows what the truth is. Therefore, nobody truly can tell you what the light is. But people will try because they want to control you. Baking soda will do. I don't know. Baking soda is a great cleaner. I mean, baking soda is better than probably the hardcore chemicals that like erode the stone that they sell in the grocery stores. But yeah, I don't have baking soda around. I try to stay away from everything synthetic. Brother Juan Wade is in the house. Brother Juan! If y'all don't follow Juan, you should. Juan is working on community type work like I am, but on a different level. Y'all should follow Juan. He's actually bigger on Instagram than here on Facebook. We got a conversation coming up. You need to come on and tell the people what you're doing. I've been after this man for a minute. Y'all need to get on his back. Y'all need to get on his back. I've been after him. When did we meet? We had our first phone conversation before the world came to the end and everybody wanted to hand the world to the few 1% so they could have a wet dream about all the slaves they can control because you can't go out your house and go to the vending machine unless you got a passport. The perfect slave plantation, medical police state globally, and people they're not seeing. NOTSEE, they're Nazis. They can't see it coming. But before that started, this brother and I started a conversation. Tell him to get his act together so he can tell y'all what we're doing in the interview. Anyway, the things I come in on your lives. What did you come in on? What was that? The Chihuahua and the ball sack and the sofa. I didn't have crazy things. I don't know why I want things. Crazy things happen in my life. I don't know why. It's crazy. It's just, and it's slow motion. It's weird. It's weird because if it was a Chihuahua running to come after the ball, that it goes fast. It was not fast. It was slow. It just slowed down, and I heard the footsteps around because he was in another room, and a little jingling from the chain, and then I just saw slow motion in him coming around that corner. And the next thing I know is the front paws was in the air, the back was in the back, and the mouth started opening up like, yeah. And I was like, nope, that's a ball bite. I've seen that before. Hell no. And I flew out the way, if that's what you was talking about. All right, you guys, I do gotta go. Did I get a comment from everybody? Nope, Mark Johnson. All right, the present time, yeah, I'm just the only thing I know is that this system ain't working. And that's all you got to know, Mark. You don't have to know nothing. No. You don't have to know where people got to go. You don't have to know what you got to do. You don't have to know what you got to say. You don't have to know what religion you got to be in. All you got to know is this bullshizzle doesn't work. Stop doing this. That's all you got to do. We'll figure it out down the road. Everybody's got ideas, Mark. I like the resource-based economy. I like the automation economy. Y'all know me. I talk about it all the time. Until someone gives me a legitimate debate, a good reason why it's a bad idea to let the robots do the work on Eden and steward Eden the way it should so that everybody has the resource they want, and absolutely not, like in a communistic, socialistic way, give that power and control the resources to a few people in government. Until somebody's got a good debate as to why robots shouldn't grow your food, build your houses, 3D print your cars, so you can just go be a happy spiritual creature. Until somebody gives me a good debate, Mark, that's what I like, right? But people don't have to like that. They don't have to like that at all. I don't think money should exist. Why? Because every problem on this planet came from money or the lack of it. I don't think money should. We've evolved past money when we created 3D printers and automation. There's no reason for money. There's nothing that you need to work and slave labor to buy. We wrote all the software. All you got to do is say, we want the collective knowledge of the human race to serve the human race so we don't have starving children anymore because a few people were born in unlucky places. That's all we got to do. But you don't have to know what we need to do. All you got to know is we don't need to stay here. That's all we got to do. And that's what the children need. Like how we started out with Sister Riley, Riz, right? All we got to do is be smart as a watermelon plant. That's it. We dumb it in a watermelon plant. All we got to do is be smart as a plant that puts all its energy in creating fruit for the next generation, which is fruit and the seeds in them. That's the highest priority. After that, you can have whatever bullshizzle you want. You can grow to be a big tomato plant, big watermelon plant, do whatever, but make sure that the next generation is going to be okay first. And once you got that, then you're solid. All we got to do is be as smart as a watermelon. Great example, Riley, by the way. Great example. Everybody has an unreal side to side. No, unequal side to side. Yep, then there is no equal. There is no any of that. There's no, what is that? Equal opportunity or equal of outcome, that debate that they get into, the critical race theory. Ah! Dun, 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 dun. Coffee is racist. That nonsense. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Why? Because no, you should not have equal opportunity. Why? Because you're not a slave. You shouldn't be working. We shouldn't be fighting for equal opportunity to work for the few who never do any work, who want us to serve their children and our children to serve their children. No, we've evolved past that. That's legacy system. That's a failed system that needs to go away. We now have the technology where you can go live your life. The children can be free if we stop being dummies. Oh, we need equality of outcome. No, you don't, dummy. Why you need equality of outcome? That's stupid. Some people need to be better at math. Other people need to be better at driving V8 Titans on the roadway when the tractor trailer try to come kill them. Racing, NASCAR. Everybody needs to be different. That's what makes the world beautiful, is difference. Everybody's different. Everybody's good at something different. Everybody's doing something different. That's an interesting place to live. When everybody is the same, Same slave opportunity. That's a slave plantation. So yeah, unequal, and it's always going to be unequal. It'll never be equal. Which is why what we need is a new system. We're smart enough to know we created a failed system. Time for a new one. If y'all don't follow the Venus Project, the sister's still running that. Brother, what is his name? The French guy. Got a French name. What is his name? Ran the Venus Project. Somebody had posted. He died He died a few years ago. But the sister Josephine, I think his name, she still run it. Follow them. Peter Joseph, he's another one. Follow him, and they'll tell you about the resource-based economy, gift-based economy. Hey, Stephanie, all late to the party. Hey, well, sometimes you got to be late. Hey, listen, Stephanie, that's what they said in the Lord of the Rings. Stephanie never rise when the people want Stephanie to arrive. Stephanie arrives precisely when she means to, like wizards. There you go. Ain't no such thing as late. You got a life to lead, and I don't set your schedule for the things that you need to do. Nor does a boss, a slave plantation, a government, or a corporation. You arrive when damn it, I'm gonna get there when I get there. And it ain't time for me to be there yet. You ain't never late. Live your life. All right, Grand Rising. Hey, Mandy, right? It's been a minute. Oh, Kentucky Fried Mama's been a minute. Good morning. A chefad de wardrobe. It's French. I don't speak French. I don't speak a little bit of French, Kentucky Fried Mama. They broke it up to burn it. Yeah, they broke the system. They broke everything. Laughter will prolong it. It will. You got to laugh all day. Laugh all day long. Do not let this stuff get you down. Laugh all day. Absolutely. It boosts the immune system, actually. Yep, I know how to thrive behind enemy lines because we already know who to deal with the failure coming your way. Is that Bushan Lin? Are you in California? If you are, then don't listen to me. Do your thing, right? Everybody got a thing to do. And when you're in tune with your star player, as Cat Williams said, you'll know your thing to do. Go do it. Don't worry about what Gerard is doing. Don't worry. Hey, some people got to fight behind the lines. Some people it's like, I stopped working in corporate America, right? I stopped working for the merchants of death. I've worked for all of them, the pharmaceutical industry, the bankers, the government, the soft drink companies, the fast food companies, chemical companies. I worked for all of them. And it was my thing I don't want to work for y'all no more. I don't feel right. This doesn't feel good. I feel like I'm engaging in darkness. But there are some people who have to. Right? You need some people behind the enemy lines or we're going to be in big trouble. People need to listen to their inside self, not what anybody else is doing. If you don't have people in the NSA telling you the truth, you're not ever going to get the truth. If you don't have people in the CIA that are willing to act when the time is right, people who got common damn sense instead of just following everything they're told. These acronym agencies are full of very, very smart, intelligent, bright people who are analysts and know what the F is going on. When it comes time to prevent a civil war, you better make sure we got the right people in the right place who shut this thing down. Absolutely. Don't ever, if you feel my thing is not protesting. That's where my friends and we disagree. They want to get out and I don't believe in protesting. To me, I don't do it. That's not where I'm at in myself. I don't believe going to master. If we were slaves on a plantation, in which we are, and the master creating different laws and rules and edicts and whatever, and I'll never be one to go sit down in front of the big White House and say, no, massa, we want warm chicken on Thursdays. That'll never be me. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to go beg your government for anything. I'm not going to go beg corporations for anything. It's never going to happen. I used to do that. I'll never do it again. All right. This is my life and I'm going to live it my way. And when you're done with that, you can come kill me if you like to, because that's what you're going to have to do. I'm never going to concede. I'm never going to give in. I'm never going to back down. All right. Goodness gracious. My screen just went bling. It's just darkening up because my battery's dying. And I know I'm missing some last few comments, but I don't think I brought my charger with me. It's still over in the house. So I think this is going to be the wrap up because I can't even see the screen. Hold on. Let me see if I can't even say goodbye. I can't see nothing. Oh my gosh. I'm a Nazi. There we go. I got 5% battery. All right, last couple comments. Then I really got to go. I was a Nazi for a moment. Y'all see that? Y'all didn't see that. I saw that. Hey, Citizen Dad, how you doing? Couldn't stay in Facebook. Too much Zuck. All right, good. You got to go. Don't stay on Facebook. If you feel that you'd feel, again, listen to yourself. If yourself says, dummy, stop doing this. We need to go. Absolutely go. Hey, Kate Catanel, it's been a minute. Different. Different of their own choosing. Absolutely. Right. You're bad as the people who ruining the world right now for profit. If you feel that you're right enough to tell other people what they should be doing, everybody knows what they should be doing. Right. That's how this universe works. You're in tune with that God thing, that universe, that soul, whatever people want to call it. You let that tell you what you should be doing and go do that twice. All right. Last comment, because the last one I seen came from Patty. Maybe it's just my connection or lack of it. Headed for our local farmers market. Love you. All as we Christian in September. Okay. If you say so. I don't know. You the Christian part. I don't. And it's not Christian. It's Christian in September, and world's supposed to end. Something's supposed to happen in September. Say people say Christ is coming back or something. I'm dubious on that, Patty. I think Christ, if he was coming back, he the last people he tells us. I don't think has any interest in us knowing. Because you know what people going to do on the last day if Christ come back again? You know what all the Christians going to do? All the Christians out there dancing and partying, singing, shaking their butt in the club all night, drinking, and be at church the next morning. All clean and dressed up and smelling good and pretending. No, because the last minute they're going to cheat on the test. Christ ain't got no interest in y'all cheating on the test. And they ain't come back whoever y'all want to come back. Could be Buddha, Shiva. Who else supposed to be coming? Anybody coming back? Any of y'all gods coming back? To me, I think they're just spiritual energy. We're all part of that same energy, and they're teachers. But that's just me. Whenever they come back, you're gonna cheat on the test. So whenever they coming back, if that's what you're talking about, Patty, I don't think they're gonna tell us. I think they're gonna come back and like, surprise! You gotta go back to Earth because you didn't listen and do what I told you to. And I'm not. Nope. I'm loving thy neighbor. I'm not thou shalt killing. I'm not thou shalt stealing. I'm not actually cheering for the thou shalt stealers, the Democrats and Republicans stealing resources from all over the planet, killing, thou shalt murdering, right? With the military industrial complex and all the things. Nah, I don't support it. I don't vote. I'm not interested in it. I'm not aligning with the thou shouters. So when whatever that thing come back is, I'm not sure. I got some Buddha stuff in me too. I'm doing the Taoist stuff. I'm trying to look out for everybody rules. Because when them aliens come back, when whatever my own thing that I got kicked out of. But this last word. Now, I'm not coming back to Earth. I'm done, which is weird. Because I left, I had 30 emoticon light thingies, and now it says 25. That's how I know y'all playing with the stats and bullshit. Is when things like that happen, you realize that none of the counts here are ever right. It's called shadow banning. But in another psychological game, they're playing on people. So if you live streamers, you think the counts are the counts are not the counts. If you think the likes and hearts and the faces and all, no, they actually have software that modifies those counts. That's not a mistake. That I saw the 30 leaving and came back and only said 25. All right. So, last word was, what was the last word? The last word was, I'm not coming back to Earth. I love y'all to death. Y'all crazy as hell. I don't ever want to hear the words in my existence. White lives matter. Black lives matter. Yeah, I don't never want to be around people who think that their colors ever again in my existence. This is my last time on Earth. I'm not coming back here. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all crazy. Getting chemical companies to inject things in you and you call it healthcare. No, I'm not doing this again. I'm done. Bye. See you. So I'm following everybody rules. When that spaceship come back that y'all think was a cloud, fat man with a white beard, whatever y'all believe, I'm getting on that spaceship, getting them tickets. But Lily said she got tickets for everybody. I'm getting my damn ticket and I'm getting out of here. I ain't never coming back to this place again. Y'all are crazy and I love y'all. Y'all can keep killing each other for oil and resources and gold and all the other low vibe things that ain't nobody taking with them. That's Gerard signing out. I ain't never coming back here again. Y'all have a great day. That's all I got to say.
Do you wanna break the chains that bind me? 'Cause I wanna break the chains that bind you. Do you want to set the world free? Have perfect harmony? Isn't it time for that? Do you want to free, boom, 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 free the people? Do you want to free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop. Do you want to let go of the prisoners? See everyone happy. We can have this and more if we open up the doors. Well, what do you think about that? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people and Mother Nature too? Close down all the zoos. Do you want to boom, 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 boom? Do you want to boom, 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 boom? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you want to free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom